Hey guys, Coach Ben here from CrossFit Tigard PAW. Most of you know I'm a full-time CrossFit coach. I'm also a professional fighter. I'm in my 11th year of coaching something, so whether that be CrossFit, wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, MMA. 11 years, worked with a lot of athletes. And I wanted to talk a little bit about, on the way to the gym, a little bit about excuses and then kind of reasons or explanations and kind of the difference of those two in our sports performance. Now, a lot of people, certainly in my wrestling background, if you had anything to say other than I won or I lost, you were technically making an excuse. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. There are reasons why maybe we didn't perform the way we wanted to in a certain event or whatever. So, after you gave your best effort and you did everything possible to do your absolute best and you fell short of a goal, it's always important to assess your performance. And it's important to assess it so you can see how to improve on it maybe next time or down the road or in the future. But we don't assess it so that we can make excuses for ourselves. Excuses hurt our effort, generally. Think about that. So let's say I'm in the car on the way to the gym. I could be thinking about how sore and stiff I am. You know, that's pretty much every day. I'm particularly stiff today. I could let that be an excuse to why I'm not going to try as hard today because, ow, my body hurts, things are stiff. And that's going to hurt my effort. So I don't want to, on days like this in training, when you are beat up, when conditions are not ideal, don't make excuses that are going to hurt your effort. In training, your effort should be high. Your performance might not always be the best in training. We want to save our best performances for competition, whether it's a big competition, small competition. So don't make excuses on the way to if you're in the car, you're probably not making a ton of excuses. You're on the way to the gym. But don't make an excuse that's going to hurt your effort. Okay? So another big one is fear. Fear is a big reason to make an excuse before something starts. So this training session is going to be painful, or my opponent or the other team is scary, whatever. If we let that fear slow us down, we're not gonna put forth a great effort. Now, it's funny because it's counterintuitive. If I'm worried that what I'm doing is going to be extra challenging or, something I have not encountered, that's when our effort needs to be very high. So you tend to see when people are scared, they kind of pull back, they withdraw a little bit. They don't give as much effort as they should because they're nervous. And that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. And really, if you're training on some kind of regular program in some regular sport, you're not really going to be asked to do something that's way outside your comfort zone. So, again, I think it's important to analyze every performance you do and not look for reasons to be like, oh, well, I wasn't good there. I probably, didn't eat enough or whatever before that. Yeah, it's fine. Because excuses a lot of times after sports performance of any kind or sports training, excuses, not reasons, excuses after the fact are really just ways to protect our ego. Now, I think that's a natural reaction. We don't want to feel like we stink. But making excuses after the fact means that you're kind of protecting your ego. And really, you just kind of need to let that go. If you made no excuses before the workout and you were giving a hard effort and not at one point could you say, I can go harder, I can go faster, then that's the best that you could do. And if your performance wasn't where you wanted to be, measured up to somebody else, but you gave all your effort, you did it to the best of your ability, no excuses need to be made. You should be proud of that performance. You should accept that performance. Save that in your brain for later, and keep practicing, keep training hard. Don't let excuses affect your effort in training when it comes to competition time. You should do everything in your power to be prepared for that moment. You should sleep pretty good. You should eat pretty good. You should be ready to go. And if not all the stars are aligned, that's okay, because you've prepared for that moment. And again, just give it your best effort. Don't make excuses, and train hard.